everyone, and welcome to another edition of Starting 11 here on the Let's Get Ready Network. I'm Adelia, that's my buddy Snark, and we're here to talk some World Cup football today. 12 games have happened since the last time we saw one another, Snark.
Yeah.
And that was on Friday.
Yeah, it's like every 2-3 days we're seeing each other now. An incredible amount of games. Some remarkable results. Some that I could have seen coming a mile away, but goddamn, I wish it would have been different. But them's the breaks. Things can happen in world football. So, my team I was cheering for, of course, unceremoniously bounced. We'll get to that in a little bit. But that just means I get to cheer on more upsets, which I have been. I've been having a great time watching the World Cup this year. You never know. This year, you never know.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying the football. Not so much the fact that the tournament is where it is, but the football itself has been entertaining, if not the greatest quality at times.
Yeah, maybe not the greatest quality, but you're getting a lot to watch for sure. What do you want to start? Do you want to start with want to start running down some matches here?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. First match. The first match we missed to call last time is Australia Tunisia. Good on the Socceroos. Socceroos win. 3 points for them. Good for them.
It was a nice header. That was the goal for the Socceroos.
It came off that kind of weird play, and the way it came off his head and got spin, I thought was pretty remarkable. All the credit to him. Tunisia needed to show more there. But didn't.
Yeah.
We got a lot, so yeah, we don't need to spend too much time on Tunisia, Australia. Let's talk Poland, Saudi Arabia, which was a pretty good match.
It was a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Great penalty save from Wojciech Szczesny.
Chesney, big time save. Now, what did you think of the call? Because I was shocked. I was shocked that they on video assisted replay decided this was worthy of a penalty.
I agree with you. I was like, they can't give this, really, can they? And then they did.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing to see that get called. Now, luckily it was saved, but it didn't. It emboldened the Saudis to flop. It emboldened them to flop. I believe there was one play where it was whistled down. Saudi went up to jump up, was never touched, and just decided to hit the ground and flop. And I believe the announcer said there must have been a real strong gust of wind because and that kind of stuff that was hurting them because they were going to ground way too much. How about Lewandowski? Finally, how's that?
Finally scored a World Cup goal. How did it take this long?
That's pretty remarkable stuff. And and especially, missing that penalty earlier in the last game. Oh my goodness. So good to see him get off the schneid. Who was it? Al Shiri. That's who was the guy who got dropped down. Al Shiri. I'm gonna watch that next game. That next game is important. That whole group important. It's there's so much. There is so much in the air right now. Argentina can still get bounced in this competition by the Saudis. Mexico, I think Mexico's pretty much done, but Argentina and Saudi Arabia. Let's see what happens with that in those last matches for them because it's an interesting Group C. But next, let's get on to Group D action. France and Denmark. And the Danes held their own. The Danes, they should be proud of themselves. An incredibly talented French team. What are you going to do when the guy who gets the winner for France is, maybe the best player in the world right now, Mbappe? So, to take it into, what was it, the 86th minute?
There's
I think
something like that.
yeah, so it was late. They had to score a late winner. I thought, oh my goodness, Denmark could draw them here, and that'd be pretty remarkable heading forward. But no, uh, France comes through. Now, Australia has a real good. I think Australia just needs a draw to make it into the next round, which would be pretty remarkable for them. Denmark, you know, just 1 point through 2 games, so not great. Uh, Expected better from them, but what are you gonna do? Again, in this World Cup, who knows? They could win by 5, 6 goals in the next game, and everything's right. But
Yeah.
Australia's put themselves in a very good position. A very good position for the Socceroos of all goddamn teams. Yeah, with Argentina finally on the board, a 2-0 win over Mexico. Yeah, it was an important bounce back win for them. It was a pretty disappointing first game. But yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's good. Well,
It took them a while to break
who would have
Mexico
seen
down.
who would have seen that? I'm still
No,
so
no
shocked by
one.
that Saudi Arabia.
No one would have seen
Yeah,
that.
it did take a while to get the Saudi or to get Mexico brought down. Messi, of course, does messy things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Now they're in a spot where they win, they're in. I think their next game is against Poland, I believe, right? I think that's the game that's
Yes.
remaining for them.
Mm-hmm.
Tough. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they definitely have the talent, but will they have the
Yeah.
form? That's the problem. Poland hasn't looked terrific, although they did get the win this week. But yeah, we will see. We'll see what happens between.
Yeah. Terrific second goal in that game from Enzo Fernandez as well.
Yeah, agreed. And lots of chances. They had lots of chances.
Yeah, they did.
They had lots of chances to put that away. And they through the run of play, they win. Yeah, they deserve the win. I did like the way I do like Mexico. Mexico just seems so fast. It just things didn't fall for them, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate for them, but somebody either has to win, lose, or draw. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They lost.
Yeah.
Next, speaking of losses, and what? Oh my gosh, what a disappointment for Japan losing to Costa
Mm-hmm.
Rica. Everything was right there for them. They had everything right there. Winning, you're in basically against
Basically, yeah.
the Ticos, and you gotta credit the Ticos with this, not backing down after giving up 7 against Spain and getting a clean sheet.
Yeah, great bounce back from them from the Spain game. Like, I didn't expect this result at all. I figured Japan would coast by them with the way they showed resistance against Spain. So
Yeah,
great from
and
them.
there were some poor clearances, that led to the goal. There, you got to clean up your area, and Japan was just you get sloppy for a minute. All you have to do is be sloppy for a minute, and it will bash your heads in this competition. And speaking of people's heads getting bashed in, I almost did mine against the wall when the result of Morocco-Belgium came through. Wow.
What the hell happened to Belgium?
The second ranked team in the world. And they had, oh, okay. So that first game against Canada, I thought, Canada, look how good Canada is. Look at their movement and stuff like that. They deserve so much more and stuff. And this is the second ranked team in the world they're going against. I think it may have just been Belgium. I think Belgium's just poor. They're poor right
Yeah,
now.
certainly looks poor.
Shocking. Uh, how good does Hakim Ziyech look? Oh my goodness. Where is this guy? Where are you for your club? Where are you for your club? The passing. Gorgeous. The spot kick. That should have been a goal. That is ridiculous that didn't count that first spot kick. Anyways, awful call. I don't know how they say that the guy interfered with the goaltender's field of vision. He was not even beside him. He wasn't in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he never touched the ball. He can't be offside. Unbelievable. Anyways, through the run of course, Belgium had a couple of chances, but does it look like it's, aside from the Batshuayi shot that scored against Canada, is there much power to this Belgian side? Like, I don't.
Certainly doesn't look it.
It seems like they're getting a lot of air under their headers. Nothing is direct. The harder they go, the wider they miss. What happened to Kevin De Bruyne? One of the best players in the English Premier League,
I
and
don't know.
he has looked lost.
He looks a shell of himself.
It's this is this is pretty funny. Belgium of all teams on the ropes here. Who never would have thought. Never would have thought in a million years. Morocco has a good chance of getting through. All they have to do is beat Canada, a Canadian team that's now, packing up their poutine and going home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. We might as well talk. We'll talk Croatia, Canada. And I said it in the little short I did on the weekend. Yeah, they had everything going for themselves except for midfield, defense, and goalkeeping. Other than that,
And
they
that's
were
a problem.
fine.
That's
Yes,
a problem.
it seems you can't beat a good team when you only have your forwards working and you can't get them the ball very often. And let's say in the second half they had a couple of chances and stuff like that, but by then it was already 3-1. It was all over but the crying. Maybe Herdman shouldn't have told his players that they were going to go and f up Belgium or f up Croatia after the Belgium match.
Probably not.
Yeah, you don't want to get. It seems you don't want to get a team like that too pest at you because they took out their frustrations on those poor Canadians. Goaltending looked poor. I thought those first couple goals he easily could have gotten a hand to, especially that first one that was just by his leg, goes through him, no problem. But the midfield, you know what? Okay, so for Canada, they're talking now. Like this is a warm up to go into. Let's go into the next World Cup here, Canada here in the United States here and Mexico. So all three home squads get to go in without having to qualify. So they're saying, okay, this is something to build on and stuff like that, and that's great. Here's the deal. I don't think you're gonna go very far when all your defense plays in the MLS.
Yeah.
There's just not enough talent here. There isn't. You can see that they had the quality up front, and that's where they had no problems. Where they have that quality, and as soon as you start moving back, and players that are too old, players that are too small, players that are just not fast enough, just not ready for the moment. You can see that in the first game. You can really see it in the second game, especially after that first goal went in. That defense kind of buckled and stuff like that. But the Montreal Impact can say they had a bunch of World Cup players on their squad now or whatever. So good for them. But Canada needs better. You need to got players playing in Europe. This MLS is fine. It's a fine little training ground if you're 17 years old and you want to make it. Fine, go play there. For guys that are 37, 38 years old, wanting to finish off their careers with a big paycheck, like the Sharks are circling Messi right now for Miami, going to make him one of the highest paid players in the world, supposedly. It's like, well, yeah, isn't he already? But he's already playing in a spot where football is everything, and I guess he can almost go in anonymously into the Miami nightlife. No one's really going to give a shit. So whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Canada, they scored. They scored. Yeah. So there's one thing we don't have to hear about next cycle is about our first goal or whatever. So we got a first goal. And now I guess technically they can play spoiler. They got Morocco coming up, but with this year, who knows? This year, who knows? I can't say, oh, this team is they're just gonna whip the shit out of some other team. It's gonna be no problem because now you don't know.
Yeah.
But I fucking doubt it. I highly doubt it. Let's just say that.
Before we move on, our friend Ferris
Oh boy.
has sent in a message for you.
Oh, good. Okay.
What's good, Rob? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great show. But I heard Canada scored its first goal at the World Cup, which is phenomenal, Rob. It's amazing by Alfonso Davies. And then I found out they ended up conceding 4 goals to Croatia. And 4 goals after you scored your first ever goal at the World Cup. 4 goals. Yo, man, you got 4 years to figure it out, Rob. Cause I ain't trying to get y'all embarrassed when we host the World Cup in 2026. 4 goals after scoring your first. Oh my god. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable, man. Y'all suck.
That was Ferris.
Who was that? Was Ferris?
That was Ferris. I didn't want to say this to him earlier, but I was like, damn it, Ferris, you're going to jinx the U.S. now that you've done this video.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, I was going to say very nice things, especially after something some moron reporter was saying today. No, I don't know if I will. No, I don't know if I will. I was sitting there the whole time. I was like, how long is this?
It's a minute and 32 seconds.
He said what he had to say in 15. And also, how do I suck? I wasn't out there. If I was out there, guys, oh my gosh, things would have been different. It would have been like 5 goals or 6 goals or something like that. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. But we lost to the runners-up. They came and they smacked around the new kids. Yeah, it's not like we lost to El Salvador or something like that. Some team that didn't make it. Some team that we beat before. But yeah, we lost to a very good team. Of course, that laughter is going to keep me up tonight. I probably won't get any sleep. It will be in my nightmares forever. Speaking of nightmares, there's no nightmare about this. A match that I've been looking forward to for the entire group stage, and we got it on Saturday. Spain and Germany. Speaking of jinxing thing, so Spain goes out in front through Morata. In the first half there was quite a lot of stuff. Rudiger, I cheer for my Chelsea guys and my ex-Chelsea guys, so I thought he had that. I thought it was good for that goal, but no, he was offside. So yeah, Morata scores. Everything's looking well for Spain. Ferris says in our Discord, guys, LGR patron, follow us on the Discord there. And it's only $1 a month to get on the Discord, for God's sakes. Help yourselves, guys. Get more of this. You get this in video. It's not like it's coming to YouTube soon. It's a highlights channel. It's not like that's happening soon. So if you want a preview of what we look like in person, this radiant smile, join the Patreon. So yes, Ferris says the way that Spain plays football is so beautiful.
Yep.
And within 5 minutes,
within 5 minutes, Germany equalized.
Germany equalizes. Now, to give them credit, that first 70 minutes, it was mostly Spain, and Spain looking fluid up and down the pitch. They looked fine. Of course, scored the goal, a couple cracks at other ones. But that last 20 minutes, Germany goddamn hustled, and they showed why they're such a quality team.
Yeah.
A couple of real good chances. Speed on the wings. Oh my gosh. I can't remember the name of the kid right now, but so fast going along the wing and setting up a good try inside right around the 72nd minute or so. And I think that's what really started turning things around for the Germans. And then yeah, a late goal to tie it and changes the entire look of the group. Spain holds on for another 10 minutes, and you can stick your fork in Germany. Now, who knows? Yeah, it's remarkable what 20 hard minutes can do. So yeah, I think Germany still gets who? Costa Rica?
Germany gets Costa Rica, and
Yeah,
Spain has to play Japan. So I think it's. I mean, I think you could easily see Spain and Germany both going through at this point.
I think Japan has to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Japan would have to win now against Spain, which is a daunting. And Spain has to get a result. So
Yeah.
yeah, no one's taking that game off. No one's just sitting there. Spain has to work. Japan has to work their asses off. They have to work much harder than they did against the Costa Rica.
Yes, they do. Definitely.
Unbelievable. What next? Which group are we going to now? Serbia. We're going to talk. Are we talking
Yeah.
today?
Cameroon, Serbia today.
Wow.
What a game this was.
The 2 morning games too, eh? Gosh darn it! It's a good thing my dogs decided to wake me up at 7 o'clock, so I could watch the next match in its entirely. But I found the first match. This match that we're going to talk about: Serbia and Cameroon, 3-all, and wow, uh, yeah, wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
How about poor Mitrovic? Could have had 4 goals today. Could have had 5. And the one he gets, so simple, it's just so soft. They're like such a great pass, but overplaying in that way too much. It's like, how do you guys not mark Alexander Mitrovic? It's incredible,
Yeah.
incredible. Abu Bakar, so good today. Yeah, it's I love. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the name of the Cameroonian head coach is, but every time they score and he's so excited, he's running up and down the pitch. I thought he was fantastic, and I always love to see the African fans because they're so into it. So yeah, fantastic, a fantastic match. 3-all draw. Would have loved to have seen a winner. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
glad that they both get points out of this at least. Um, speaking of winners, that next match was an absolute winner. Maybe my favorite match of the entire World Cup so far. Uh, Ghana 3, Korea 2.
That was a great match.
Yeah, you had done a short for it for the channel earlier
Mm-hmm.
today about it. Um, yeah, what? So I'm watching the match, and they keep showing this one poor Korean fan, and he is living an entire life through it, from the absolute desperations for those two first Ghana goals to the jubilation of going through the tie to the exasperation after the third Ghana goal in.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't. Yeah, I thought Korea was good early. Um, Ghana, the Black Stars just started taking over. Cho, those couple in the second half, I was like, this is going to be a phenomenal finish. But yeah, just not to be. Um, Mohammed, kudos Mohammed, was terrific. Um, I'm trying to think who Ayo was. It Ayo that kept putting the ball into space. Oh, I can't remember.
I want to say yes, but
Yes. And then how about that? What did you think of that last goal? Because when it's coming across, I thought for sure that the other guy in the box played a dummy and missed on purpose. And then I took a look at it. No, no, no. He just missed. He missed by
Yeah,
a
he
mile,
just
and it's like
missed.
it's like it touched his lace or something like that, because it comes off just ever so slightly, and then it drops right onto the foot there. Unbelievable. Yeah, an unbelievable finish for Ghana. Who, yeah, I think they're a draw away. I think they're a draw away from getting in now. I think they just need to, yeah. So, Portugal's through. Portugal sit players probably.
Probably.
Yeah. So who knows? Uh, Terrific. It was terrific. Let's go on to the next one real quick. Just a Brazil Switzerland game, and again, all the credit to the Swiss. Get it? Come on. That was pretty good. They they hung in there for 83 minutes. They hung in there with the Brazilians.
The Swiss played very well.
They played
Very, very well.
and Casemiro just showing his ultimate quality there. On nothing fancy. There was nothing fancy to it. It's just he found himself in a spot and absolutely unloaded with everything he had. Found the net. 83 minutes. So good on him. Yeah, we knew Brazil was going to be going through. It wasn't going to be. It wasn't going to be much of a surprise. I was surprised and pretty satisfied with the way that Switzerland played. They can be pretty happy with themselves. Now, of course, as they had already won, I think they just need a draw as well to get through. So, yeah, Cameroon and Serbia in some trouble here. It'll be an interesting. Again, those last games are going to be interesting. If anything, it's this past few days has left more questions than answers. Very few teams have been officially eliminated. Thank you, Canada and Qatar. Quick notes on the Portugal game today. What did you think?
I was a little surprised it took so long for them to get a goal. Uruguay seemed very up for it compared to that incredibly dour game that they played against South Korea a couple days ago. I thought it was a good response from both South Korea and Uruguay today, but I just don't see Uruguay making it out of this group. They play Ghana next.
They just have trouble scoring.
Yeah,
they have too much trouble scoring, and a little unfair. I think they had 2 or 3 really good chances for a goal, especially late. Suarez, the one that comes to immediately to mind. But yeah, you need to finish, and there's just Ghana can finish. So yeah, I think they might be in quite a bit of trouble as well. Here's something, a weird play. So Fernandez scores the first. Well, a couple weird things. Fernandez gets the first, but Ronaldo runs around like he scored it.
Yeah.
Like the little showboat. Like, come on, you didn't hit it. Give me a break. And then
he probably felt it brush his hair.
Oh my God, no, he would have felt that for sure.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? If one of those hairs were out of place, what do you think would happen? Oh my gosh. But yeah, what do you think about the penalty? I thought it was, it's so weird. I guess the letter of the law is
letter of the law.
Yeah, that it disrupted what could have been a scoring. Like he was going to be free at goal if that thing doesn't touch his arm. But to say that his arm is in an unnatural position, his arm, it's not like he's waving his arm. He's putting it down because he's about to fall flat on his ass.
Yeah.
And that's when it hits him. So
I thought he was a bit hard done by, but I mean, like, letter of the law. If you're going to call it by the letter of the law, that's a handball, and you got to call it.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. But Fernandez, with a Jorginho, a little hop there to score as well. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Bastard. Well, come on, Jorginho. You should copyright that shit. No more of this. No more of this. It only works for us. Us here at Chelsea Football Club. Okay, so we're up to date. Now, do you want to know? So we predicted all these matches.
We did.
You want to know who won?
Sure.
Well, it came down to our rules of If you pick a draw, it's a -1 if you lose, or if it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't come in. So with that being said, with a final score of 2-1,
Oh boy.
you got it.
Oh wow. I was not expecting that.
I picked a few draws and they just did not come in at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh well. So what do we have coming up here? We have
Tomorrow is the start of the third round of the group stage.
Yep.
And we have games going on at the same time now. So we've got the two
2 9
games in
o'clock
Group
games.
A, both at 9 o'clock Central, and then the
At
two
least it's
games in
not at
Group
4.
B. Yeah,
I'll
the two
take
games in Group B, both at 1 o'clock Central.
Yeah.
The only one of these games that I truly care about tomorrow is obviously Iran versus the U.S. We will be doing a watch along of that game, me and Matt Munoz, on the LGR Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/LGR_network. Starting at 10:45 a.m. Pacific, 1:45 p.m. Eastern. I think that's right. That's right. And so come hang out with us and watch the game. We obviously can't show the game on the Twitch channel, but we'll be watching it.
I'll be trying to jump in as often as I can. Just put a couple of notes in when possible. You want to talk about what the Iranian press said there today?
Oh boy. I mean, the only thing I've tried to avoid listening to things that have been said in the press about the whole thing. I did notice a clip. Farah showed me a clip of an Iranian journalist correcting Tyler Adams on how to properly say the name of their country, and then asking him a question about representing a country that discriminates against Black people. So that was awkward, which I thought Tyler Adams handled as well as you possibly could.
Tyler Adams, of course, with white parents, is adoption.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a fucking schmuck. What a schmuck. Like I was hoping for a good match, and like the way Iran played, and I was hoping that we'd see something phenomenal happen. Now I'm just hoping USA thrashes them. I hope it's 15-0. The way he came at him was bananas. It was bananas and uncalled for. I'm sorry, the Iranian, I'm not going to say their names right. The Iranians coming at him about discrimination. Like, look to your fucking selves, assholes. God damn it. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This coming the day after the controversy, if you will, about the U.S. social media accounts, the U.S. Soccer Federation social media accounts, posting the Iranian flag without the emblem of the Islamic Republic, and the Iranians' legal representative saying that they were protesting to FIFA on the basis of morality, which was...
They're the worst.
What the fuck?
I wish we could get Homer Simpson's old Ayatollah Assahola shirts made up just for this, but I don't think we have enough time.
No, I don't think we do.
Yeah. Let's see what else is happening tomorrow. The Ecuador-Senegal game should be pretty good.
Wales and England, I fully expect England to win that.
Well, England, like England, there's a possibility they don't go through, but I think they have to lose 5-0.
Yeah, something like that.
to not advance. So England's going to be fine. Watch for a lot of second half substitutes there.
Yeah, and Netherlands Qatar is the other match tomorrow.
Yeah, there isn't. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. If the Orange aren't sitting most of their guys tomorrow, and they're putting in everybody else that they brought up, I don't know what they're doing. It wouldn't make any sense to try and risk injury on a match against a team that is already out, is the host country, and whatever. Looking forward to the games Wednesday. Tunisia and France should be an easy French victory, I would imagine. The Australia-Denmark game, pretty important.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that seems to be the highlight of the day. Saudi Arabia, Mexico. There's a lot to that one as well. Yeah, there's a lot.
Same as Poland, Argentina.
Yep. there are stakes. There are stakes on the Wednesday games.
That's the one thing I definitely am excited for most of these groups is they're mostly still up in the air. Like there's very few teams that are actually through to the knockout stage so far, and there's very few teams that are eliminated.
Yeah, I'm just looking over to Thursday now. We got Belgium, Croatia. Who knows? Morocco, Canada. Morocco wins. That changes. There's so much. There's so much to decide. Japan and Spain. Japan would need a result, a good result. They need to win.
Yeah, and Costa Rica and Germany. Costa Rica beats Germany.
And
They probably go through.
This is that
having
whole
lost their first game 7-0.
7-0. But yeah, they'd have if it comes down to goal differential. So Costa Rica's gonna have to score a lot. They're gonna have to score a lot to get through. But Japan wins, and yeah, everything is topsy turvy and upside down. Group B, pretty exciting so far. And then we got Friday. I think we're gonna be back. Is it on the air? Do we consider being on the YouTubes or whatever on the air? We're broadcasting. Well, I guess if you're broadcasting, you're on the air. So the last batch of games. South Korea, Portugal would have been more exciting if South Korea had pulled out a victory today. They did not. Portugal again should be resting guys. Ghana and Uruguay. That looks like it's going to be a heck of a match. Serbia, Switzerland. Switzerland just needs to contain Serbia. Serbia seems to be able to shoot themselves in the foot, so we'll see. And then Brazil and Cameroon. Hoping for a good showing from Cameroon.
Yep.
But I fully expect to.
And by the time we record again, Snark, we'll have the drop the knockout stages because every group will be decided.
Yep. Yes. And so lots more to talk about on Friday. What do we have going on here on the Let's Get Ready Network, Adelia?
Today we dropped an episode of Good Friends Better Rivals, so go check that out. It's
even though one of them is Ferris, who's laughing at me for a full minute and a half, breaking my heart and making me sad.
Yeah, so Good Friends Better Rivals, that's up on the channel now. We're still releasing the back catalog of stuff onto the Let's Get Ready Network, the highlights channel, but hopefully by next week, these episodes will start going up on YouTube when they're supposed to.
And they're just as relevant as the day we posted them.
Yes.
Supposedly. You can see.
Supposedly.
It'll work just as good for any other matches coming up. I think.
Yep.
Probably, anyways. Guys, let's get ready network.com. Go to the merch store and get shirts like this. Like the starting 11 shirt. Like, look at this shirt. Come on. If you guys need a shirt.
Or just your Let's Get Ready Network sweatshirt.
Oh boy. Classy. So yes, if you need a shirt for, say, you don't have time to change. You need pajamas. You've got an important business meeting and you have to give your daughter away at the wedding all on the same day, and you only have one shirt. This one. Everyone's going to be so impressed. Put a bow tie on it or something like that. Pretty classy, guys. Let's get ready network.com at the merch store.
Yep. Anything else, Snark?
That's it. Hopefully, be able to get some LGR after Snark coming up again. I have some unfortunate family things happening and quite busy at work, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it through this weekend, but we will be recording again very soon. Hopefully we'll be doing it on a more regular basis. Again, you can find that on the LGR Patreon for just $1. Just $1 gets you in. And you know what? Once you're in, you might as well start paying more money because we got lots of shit going on and more coming.
That is very true. More is always coming here on Let's Get Ready Network. It's content galore most weeks. You can find me on Twitter at Adelia Chambo. You can find the Let's Get Ready Network on Twitter at LGR_network. Same handle there on Instagram, LGR_network. We're going to start using the Instagram some more. And we will be back on Friday.